Greetings, fellow Dungeon Defenders, Jadeless here again, finally bringing you part 2 of my max level guide for Trap Huntress. I know it's been a long time, but better late than never, right? So, we are in Deeper Wells hard mode, and we are level 10. Last time I left you guys off, in part 1 we were Deeper Wells medium and we were level 7. I just ran medium one more time so I could get to level 10 so I could start hard mode. And my stat points up to this point are 20 into trap health count, and then I think just 1 into trap damage, but from now on we're going to be going all into trap damage now that we've got trap health to 20. So, as you can see, even though we can build gas and inferno traps, at the start here we're just going to be putting up the proximity mine traps, and you want to space them out about so that the outer radius isn't touching the inner radius of the trap that's next to it. That way if one goes off, it's not going to set the other one off, because then you'd have to worry about them all blowing up at the same time, and that's not what we want. So, other than that, there's not too much going on, not too much tactics. It is just Deeper Wells. One thing you might notice is that I do have a pet. I just bought it from the tavern shop. It was just one of the cheap pets. In my max level guide for Squire, I didn't buy anything, I didn't upgrade anything. I just used whatever I found on the ground. I'm going to try to do that with this one as well, but I'm going to assume that this isn't your first character, or if it is, then you can at least buy a couple things from the shop. So I went ahead and bought the pet just to help out, just in case some things leak through or whatever. Right there you'll notice that I accidentally messed up the first time I did this. I should have built the gas and inferno traps there, where I'm building them now, but previously I built them in a different spot, and so it made the ogres leak through, which you'll see, or not the ogres, but the orcs come through, and you'll see that I have to fight them off. Yeah, right here is where I had built it originally, but ignore that and build it where I showed you just a second ago. That way if an orc gets through, it'll stop him, and if any of the other units get through, it'll still stop them. So, chugging along, I only had to worry about the orcs in the last wave because how I said I placed the traps in the wrong spot. And yeah, I'm going to be doing hard mode maybe a couple more times, get a few more levels, and then I'll go ahead and dive into insane, and that will be the next part. As you can see, since the orcs are going to be coming, I need to get the 2 proximity mine traps up there on the side. And once I get the final setup here shown, that's probably going to be the same setup that I use for insane. I won't use darkness traps or ethereal spike traps because, well, there's just not too much use for them right now. Darkness traps may prove to be useful once this new patch comes out, because they're going to add that effect that they remove elemental immunity, kind of like the Apprentice's basic walls. So that should add another level of strategy and or depth. But for now, we're pretty much just going to be exclusively using proximity mine, inferno, and gas trap. Of course, throughout you run around and you repair, you don't need to do any upgrading. And last wave now, and you can see here that the orcs did come through because I didn't have those inferno and gas traps up on the stairwells there to stop them. But it wasn't too big of an issue, and that is it. So as you can see, going all into trap damage for now. I'm not sure how much longer I want to go into trap damage as opposed to trap health, but I'll let you guys know what stat points to go where. Anyways, look forward to part 3 soon. Until next we meet, fare thee well.